Yo, what's poppin' everybody? It's Jabari98 here, back once again for another video, dude. And this one's very interesting. A new developers discussion update just came out on Hoyo Lab, and usually I don't pay too much attention to these, but the details that I saw in this one were very interesting. So let's just dive right in, because I'm especially interested in what was like at the very end of this. But let's just work our way from the top to bottom. The developers of Genshin just gave a quick glance at the game optimizations, is that the right pronunciation for it, that are going to be coming to Genshin Impact in version 4.0. One of those optimizations is a multi-layered map function. So as you can see in this GIF right here, it shows like the desert region of Sumeru and how the temple area had like an underground section, but you couldn't see any of it because it was all underground. So you basically had to rely on like outside sources like mods and stuff, or like the what is it, like the Tevat interactive map or something like that, to even get a remote idea of how this place was layered out and if you were exploring everything properly. But now they're adding layered maps to the map function in Genshin Impact, and this will make exploring this area and like future areas so much easier. I imagine they're adding this now, I mean in 4.0, because there's going to be a lot of like upper level and lower level floors in Fontaine due to like the very nature of it, seeing how it's a mostly hydro region. There's basically like, I can imagine there being like this like wide like lake with like a top section to explore and like several like bottom layers to explore like underneath that lake or something like that. So I could definitely see that, and I could definitely see how this multi-layered map function will definitely come in clutch for exploring that place. It's a shame that this is coming so late, but hey, better late than never. The second part of the game optimization update, and this one is actually coming in version 3.8. Wow, that's interesting. So quest tracking optimizations. So when an objective is a certain distance from your position, you can click navigate in the quest line in a quest section of your UI to open the map immediately and orient yourself to where you need to go. So that's pretty cool here. So as you can see in like this GIF right here, click navigate and it immediately opens the map to where you need to go. You don't have to like drag the map all over which way to find the icon. It just opens and is like directly where you need to go. So that's a very nice update that I like. Obviously there's like disclaimers here where it's like under development and it's not indicative of the final product, so it could like look different than what's being shown in the GIF, but the GIF is a very nice way of like getting like an idea of what they're trying to do, so keep that in mind. Okay, so this next one's in version 3.8 as well. So persistent tracking support for daily commissions. So travelers will automatically track their next commission quest after completing their current commission quest. So you don't have to immediately go back to your quest menu, click the next quest, and then warp to that quest and stuff like that. It'll just immediately start tracking you towards where that next quest is without you having to constantly set everything. A very minor change, but a very welcome change as well. So I like it a lot. And also, when Hangout events come to an end, you'll gain a review invitation button, which will allow you to view the narrative checkpoints. I haven't done much of the Hangout events in Genshin actually. They've just been like on like the back burner of my mind when it comes to like content in this game. I honestly can't give you a reason why. I just haven't done them. But for the players who like do Hangout events like constantly when they come out, I guess this is like a nice quality of life change for them as well, so they don't have to like constantly like go back and forth and stuff like that. So that's cool. So more quest menu display optimizations. So they adjusted the sorting rules for certain quests and optimized how red dots are displayed. So after the version 3.8 update, red dots will be displayed more intuitively and conveniently for quests. And at the same time, the rules for sorting the Archon quests and other quests will be optimized, allowing travelers to discover their objectives faster, so that's cool. But this part right here, this is one of the big things that I saw in this article that made me just go, hold on. Maybe I should make a video about this. So Aside from the coming optimizations, the concerns that everyone mentioned regarding quest characters being occupied and the complexity of prerequisite quest completion priority have been noted by the development team. They are currently discussing the necessary optimization plans, and we would like to share our thoughts with everyone. Currently, the occupied quest indications are rather simplistic. Travelers might need to additionally track and sort through related quests. Dude, I am so happy that they're at least acknowledging that it's an issue and that they're like working on it, dude. I'm so happy because, dude, there was this one I during like one of my live streams where I was like farming primo gems for Calamity Queller. It was either for when I was farming for Calamity Queller or when I was doing like an event that just ended like a month or a couple weeks ago or something like that. There was no shot a moment where I had 5 like different quests going on at the same time, and I basically had to do all 5 of them just to progress through the event. And it was so annoying because it just made the event, it just really like soured the whole experience, really. It just made me like super hesitant about unlocking character story quests in general, because I had unlocked like Tanari's and a lot of other characters like quest lines, and I just never got around to doing them. So now they're just getting in my way of completing certain events, and it was like super annoying. So any optimizations they do towards that, I know that the problem's on me for getting such a huge quest log to begin with, but also like, my god, it just gets in the way sometimes. So they say right here, the developers therefore decided to plan to add a more detailed redirection guide for affected quests in the quest menu to help travelers to resolve their occupied quests. Yes! Additionally, we noticed that travelers may unlock multiple story quests concurrently to use up their story keys. Yeah, that's what I did, resulting in a buildup of quests and creating interconnected preoccupations between them. Yep, that's exactly what I did, what I just mentioned right there. To deal with this situation, the developers plan to separate the unlocking and accepting sections of a story quest into 2 steps. After the adjustments after unlocking the story quest, travelers will no longer automatically accept them, thereby preventing travelers from wasting any keys, while also preventing the interquest congestion. Yes, thank you, thank you. Sometimes I just want to like unlock the quest just to have it unlocked so I could build up more story keys, but then I just never got around to doing the quest. And then eventually the backlog just got so big that it was just like, wow, I can't do anything. Like I can't do this one event until I complete all these other different quests that are like blocking my progress. And it was like super annoying. So this next part, travelers will successively unlock many different stories along their adventure. We have also noticed the too many prerequisite quests causing people to not know where to start issue mentioned by travelers. The developers are currently working on optimization issues brought on the multi-stage nature of prerequisite quests. We plan to plot out the current prerequisite quest completion process in a pop-up window display. This way, travelers can be more efficiently redirected to the prerequisite quest they haven't completed yet. Yes, thank you. Like, look, if nothing else, I'm happy that they're at least acknowledging that it's an issue and that, you know, they're at least trying to like, you know, solve it. Because, oh my god, you know, I have PTSD from that stream, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, this was one of the things that just made me like, yo, I'm so happy I read this developer discussion that was posted in Hoyo Lab. I'm so happy about this, dude. But this next one, this next part of the developers discussion, this is the second thing that made me just go, yo, I gotta make a video. This second part though, oh my god, let me just read it. Not long ago, the Divine Ingenuity Collector's Chapter event was released. During this time, we also discovered many interesting custom domains created by the community and also heard the calls for making time-limited events permanent. Here, we would like to take the opportunity and chat with everyone regarding our thoughts about permanent gameplay modes. For certain Genshin Impact gameplay events, the development team has already considered the possibility of making them permanent features during the inception of their development. However, based on our evaluations, current gameplay events are not fleshed out enough in terms of content to support the long-term gameplay experience for everyone. We will combine the feedback from our travelers regarding event gameplay for future iterations and will release new permanent gameplay options at the right time. In the future, the development team will continue to plan more permanent content. We hope to bring more interesting experiences for our travelers.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god, dude. Yo, I remember like last year, dude, when that developer interview came out and it was announced that they had like no plans to like develop like more permanent content for Genshin Impact due to not wanting to stress out the players or something like that, while also simultaneously releasing by far one of the most difficult spiral abysses in recent time, just like the last couple of weeks. Like, holy crap, dude. I'm so happy that more permanent content is at least being planned, right? Like, this is confirmation right here. Like certain gameplay events, they said that certain gameplay events are not fleshed out enough in terms of content to support the long-term gaming experience for everyone. So I'm like, dude, flesh them out and then add them in, because dude, there are so many limited time events that came out between the release of Genshin and now that so many people wanted to just be added as permanent content that honestly, I'm honestly surprised that none of it has been added in at this point. The recent custom domain event that just came out, and also the event where you can like fight different bosses with at various like strengths and like to really push the limits of your team. I really liked those events and I really wish they were like permanent content in some shape or form. However, there is one event that came out around the time of around version 2.0 that I wish would become permanent content more than any other event, because this limited time event is still to this day one of my favorite events in Genshin, dude. This event right here, Labyrinth Warriors. So to those of you who don't know, who like started the game after Inazuma came out or something like that, if you're familiar with Honkai's Star Rail, imagine simulated universe but in Genshin Impact form. That was the Labyrinth Warriors event. I wish I could find footage of it somewhere that I can like put into like my video here. If I could find footage, I'll probably put like some clips here of it, but just in case I can't, let me describe it for you. So it was basically a beta simulated universe. Like, I feel like a part of me really feels like during the development of Honkai Star Rail, they had developed the concept of simulated universe, but needed like a control group to like test like the basic like concept of it on, and then designed Labyrinth Warriors in Genshin, and then use Genshin players as the control group to test out that mode. Because I promise you, like, Labyrinth Warriors was basically Genshin's form of simulated universe. You can bring in multiple team members and switch them in and out as you please. There are like different buffs and debuffs you could add to your characters. It was like a roguelike gameplay mode where it's like after you like complete several rooms and gather like several buffs and debuffs, like navigate like certain areas. That gameplay mode is like the prime example of a limited time mode that needs to become permanent in the future. Because if simulated universe is anything to go by for Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact players are going to absolutely love having Labyrinth Warriors as a permanent mode for the game. They're absolutely gonna love it. I'm honestly shocked that it hasn't been added in at this point. Like, bro, I know it's a meme at this point, but Honkai Star Rail is really just like chock full of like quality of life updates that Genshin Impact needed. Like, it's honestly a meme at this point. add more limited time modes and make them permanent. And out of all of them, I would personally recommend as a player to add Labyrinth Warriors first, but eventually like just more permanent content in general needs to be added. Like, this would be so awesome, dude. Like, so awesome. And that was basically the end of this developers discussion, and then it just asks if you have anything else you wish to learn about. I'll leave the link to this article in the description below. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this developer discussion update with you guys. How do you feel about it? Are there like some limited time events that you guys are looking forward to? And what other quality of life changes would you guys like to be added to Genshin Impact and next update, if not version 4.0? Let me know in the comments down below. But before you guys go, I want to ask you all for some help, okay? So YouTube just recently updated its requirements for becoming a part of the YouTube partnership program, right? They added a new lower tier for smaller creators like me to become a part of, with enough dedication and hard work, where I can basically access this new lower tier part of the YouTube partner program if I can get 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, okay? I can tell you guys right now that I have the 3,000 watch hours requirement met easily, thanks to you guys' support, and I really appreciate it. But there is one more requirement that I have to meet in order to gain access to the YouTube partnership program, and that is 500 subscribers. So I please beg of you, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe and please share the content to other people that you feel like would enjoy it, and if they enjoy it, ask them to subscribe as well, because if I can hit 500 subscribers and if I could become a member of the YouTube partner program, that would be so awesome, dude. That's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.